gentlemen, and all those assembled, that's my John Rowe impersonation. Today is Stories for Children on WorldStorytellingCafe.com. And today we have all the way from St. Augustine, Florida, in the US of A, the one, the only, the incomparable Debra Weller.
Thank you, Baba C.
Pleasure is mine.
And I am so delighted to be here today on behalf of the World Storytelling Cafe. I'm glad Louie has joined us. And I also see we have our Santa has joined us from Santa Village Community. I'm so excited you have joined us today, and all of our other friends who will join us now or perhaps later when they can go back and revisit the broadcast. I am excited. Hey, Louie, how are you? And how's your summer going? Awesome, Louie. I love the thumbs up for the summer. Well, I live where it's very hot today. And I am going to bring some summer stories to you with some characters of stories from different places in the world. I want to tell you a story, spin you a yarn, take you on a magic trip here and beyond. Bring your imagination and a happy smile. Please gather round, sing along, listen for a while. It's summertime. It's so hot. It's very, very hot. The mosquitoes are biting and it's very, very hot. But I am thinking of a continent of Australia. And I want to bring you a story today called The Frog Who Would Not Laugh. Tiddalik was a frog, but he wasn't an ordinary frog. He was an enormous frog. And this enormous frog would croak. Perhaps you can practice your croaking with me. Nice croaking. Now Tiddalik sat upon a mountain one morning, and he looked out over the valley. He saw the rivers, the streams, and even the ocean. This made Tiddalik very thirsty. I'm kind of thirsty today. Let's see. I think I want to drink up all the water in the entire universe. And Tiddalik started by drinking from a stream, and he slurped up the water. Belly bulge, but that wasn't enough. He said, "Oh no, I'm still thirsty." So Tiddalik hopped down, and after he had drank all the water out of the stream, he went to a river, and he started drinking all the water in the river until the riverbed was dry. Before he got to the ocean, some animals came by because they were thirsty too. And they were so disappointed to find no water left in the rivers or the streams. The wombat moved back and forth, so worried. I'm so worried. I'm so worried. The kookaburra called, "Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo." And the kangaroo hopped around. No water, no water, no water. And the lizard crawled on the ground and said, "Oh, no water." And the lyrebird, with its beautiful plumage, "Oh, what shall we do? We have no water." And the eel just wriggled and wriggled and couldn't be comfortable in the dirt on the land. And finally the kangaroo spoke to Tiddalook. "Tiddalook, look at you. You are bulging with all of the water that the whole earth needs. Oh, Tiddalook, please release that water to us." But Tiddalook refused, even though some of the water began to drip out of his mouth. And the animals got very worried. So they gathered together, and Kangaroo said, "We have to come up with a plan. We need a plan. And that plan, we have to get our water back." And the ostrich said, "Maybe we could make Tiddalook laugh." Oh, and the other animals said, "Yes, yes, we could make him laugh." And they gathered around Tiddalook, who sat there so plump, filled with all of the water. And he could barely move. And he was about to burst. But he sat with his mouth closed. And he didn't croak, and he didn't move. And that's when Kangaroo started hopping all around and squealing with delight. "Look what I can do! I can make you laugh! I can make you laugh!" But Tiddalook stood still and did not laugh, even a smile on his frog mouth. Well, next was the lyrebird. And the lyrebird flew up and flew down and used its feathers to tickle Tiddalook's chin. But Tiddalook did not move. He didn't even blink his frog eyes. Oh, they were worried now. Two had tried. Could anyone help? Well, the lizard crawled over Tiddalook's back, thinking it would tickle him. Tiddalook stood still. And the wombat started rolling on the ground. Not one laugh out of Tiddalook, even though the other animals were starting to laugh. And with that, the eel was the only one left. And they looked at the ostrich, and the ostrich said, "Go, eel, you can do it. I'm just watching everybody." And the eel twisted itself around and wiggled and wiggled and wiggled and wiggled. Tiddalook looked right there. And the eel started wiggling, and the wombat started spinning, and the animals started laughing. And they waited. Did Tiddalook even start to laugh? He got a little bit of a smile on his frog mouth, and the water started to drip down. And then from way inside of his belly, while his animal friends were doing all those antics, he began to laugh. Let's all get that laugh out. Are you ready? Put your hands right here on your diaphragm, right under your ribs, and let's see if we can get a big belly laugh out. Oh, 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 hey, hey, oh, 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 oh. from his belly. It went down the mountain back into the streams. It went down the mountain into the rivers. And the animals all rejoiced that the water had been returned to the earth. And from that one day to this day, Tiddalik, guess what he knows? He knows to share and to not drink all the water, for his friends and all the plants on the earth need that water too. Tiddalik, a story from Australia. Now, where I live in Florida, thank you, I have lots of water everywhere I go. There's the Atlantic Ocean, there are rivers, there's the Intercoastal Canal, and right in my backyard is a retention pond. And I know how important that water is. And right now in Florida, it's thunderstorm season. And the lightning is striking here and there, and the thunder is booming. And the rain comes down so heavy. And the water flows back into the ponds, into the rivers, and out to the ocean. But maybe it flows to the ocean so a shark can drink the water too. It is the 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws. When I saw it as an adult, I was freaked out. But sharks have their purpose as well as we do, all being part of the plan of the ocean. But I have a song to sing about sharks and other sea animals. The sharks in the sea go chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 the sharks in the sea go chomp, chomp, chomp all day long. Now, do you like lobsters? Oh, put your little lobster claws up so we can sing about the lobsters. I do like to eat them, but I also like to see them swimming in their habitat. The lobsters in the sea go pinch, 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 pinch. The lobsters in the sea go pinch, pinch, pinch all day long. Oh, clams. They're going to open and close and open and close. Maybe you like to eat clams, or like to see them bubbling away in the water, cleaning the ocean and the rivers for us. The clams in the sea go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The clams in the sea go open and shut all day long. Now, fish, can you make a little fish with your hand? Oh, yes, they like to swim in the sea. The fish in the sea go swim, 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 swim. The fish in the sea go swim, swim, swim all day long. Oh, an octopus? Can you be an octopus? Oh, get those 8 legs, your tentacles moving. Maybe you're going to change colors or spit some ink. The octopus in the sea goes wiggle, 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 wiggle. The octopus in the sea goes wiggle, wiggle, wiggle all day long. Now the seahorse. Do you know daddy seahorses? are the ones that hold the eggs in their bellies. And when it's time, the daddy seahorse gives birth to those little seahorse. And they have on the end of their tail, they can hook onto coral, and that way they kind of swim back and forth in the sea. So they rock back and forth. The seahorse in the sea rocks back and forth, rocks back and forth, rocks back and forth. The seahorse in the sea will rock back and forth all day long. But what do you like to do at the ocean? As long as there's no sharks. Do you like to walk out into those waves and maybe jump over the waves and splash in the water? Well, that's what we'll sing about now. Here we go. The kids in the water jump up and down, up and down, up and down. The kids in the water jump up and down all day long. Well, think about, when are you going to the ocean next? Or maybe a lake, a river, a swimming pool, or perhaps just scrub a dub dubby in your bathtub. And you can enjoy the water too. Well, I am thinking about jellyfish. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? Let's take our hands and put them on top so we have our tentacles. You can make the body of the jellyfish and the tentacles coming down. Yes, some jellyfish do not sting. Others have stinging tentacles for sure, and they will sting you. So not only might you need to worry about sharks in the water, but you don't want to bump into a jellyfish. But they're not trying to hurt you. They're just floating in the water. So first, I'm going to tell you a little rhyme about 3 jellyfish, and you can make your hands be the jellyfish. Oh, here they come now. 1, 2, whoopsie, they're wiggling, and 3 jellyfish. Ooh, look at them. They're floating in the water. This is a pattern. So you can do the pattern with me when you hear it. 3 jellyfish, 3 jellyfish, sitting on a rock, sitting on a rock. One jumped off, one jumped off, splash. 2 jellyfish, 2 jellyfish, 2 jellyfish, sitting on a rock. One jumped off and splash. 1 jellyfish, 1 jellyfish, 1 jellyfish, sitting on a rock. One jumped off and splash. Where'd they go? Will they come back? I think they will. Oh, here comes one now, but oh, it's not ready. No jellyfish, no jellyfish, no jellyfish sitting on the rock. One jellyfish climbed up. 2 jellyfish, 2 jellyfish climbed up. 3 jellyfish, 3 jellyfish climbed up. Hooray, hooray, they shouted. And they stayed on that rock until they jumped in the water and floated all the way out to the sea. There is a place in the world called Jellyfish Lake. And in Jellyfish Lake, the jellyfish do not sting. There's no predators, so they don't have to protect themselves. And millions of jellyfish live in Jellyfish Lake. It's far across the oceans, the Pacific Ocean, near Fiji. You will find Jellyfish Lake quite near to Palau as well. Find those places on a map, and one day you might go to Jellyfish Lake. But did you know that once, a long, long time ago, jellyfish did not have the tentacles that they had? They actually had bones. And they could climb both on the land and then they could swim in the sea, just like other fish. But this story is from the Pacific Islands, and it is called Why Jellyfish Has No Bones. Have you ever thought about it? In a kingdom under the sea lived sea dragons. There was a sea dragon king, a sea dragon queen, and the prince sea dragon. Now the prince was getting older, and the queen sea dragon and the king sea dragon came to their son and said, "Son, it is time for you to choose a bride." And the sea dragon prince said, "No, no, I don't want to choose a bride. I like my life just as it is. Why do I need a bride?" And the queen said, "Dear son, it is part of our life to find your bride. And then in the future, you might have little sea dragons, so there will always be sea dragons in the ocean." "But I like my life." "Well, we have arranged. We're sending out invitations to all of the creatures in the sea, especially the sea dragon princesses. We're inviting them in 3 days to come to our kingdom, and we'll have a ball. And we're hoping one of the beautiful princess sea dragons will catch your fancy. And you might decide, perhaps it's okay to choose a bride, but we will let you make that decision." "Oh, I don't know if I like that." But he helped his parents get all the festive arrangements made. They made decorations with seashell and pieces of dried coral. The cooks were making a feast of clams and crustaceans, all the good things that they might eat. And the invitations went out through the entire sea kingdom. And when those dragon princesses got their invitations, they all said, "Oh, we'll have to make dresses. Oh, we'll have to polish our scales, brush our teeth. Oh, we want to look the best indeed." And on the third day, the sea dragon princesses were pulled by coaches of seahorses, and they arrived at the sea dragon's kingdom, and the golden doors were opened in the palace, and each sea dragon princess was announced. They came in, and to the sound of the horns blaring, and many of them had put on eyelashes and brushed their teeth and used some berries of the sea to make their lips red. And they polished all their scales and had skirts beautiful skirts of various shells and seaweed. And they would stand at the landing, their names were announced, and they would descend on the golden stairs, and the band started playing, and the food was spread so finely. And just before the golden doors were closed, the last sea dragon princess arrived. She was not like the others. She had yellow teeth, scummy yellow teeth. She had red, fiery eyes. She had not polished her scales or trimmed her claws. She was wearing a scraggly gown of seaweed. And when she stood at the top and her name was announced, Princess Clarissa. No one clapped. No one noticed. And so she just flopped down those stairs. Well, I don't know why I'm here. I'm just here because I thought I'd come and see what it looked like here. And she plodded down the stairs. The dragon prince saw her. She was quite unusual. But he wanted to get to know her better. He saw all the beautiful dragon princesses, the sea dragon princesses, waiting and hoping. They were curtsying before him. But he passed them by. And he went over to the tattered and torn sea dragon Clarissa. And he said, "Ah, I'm grateful you came. Would you take my claw and join me in a dance?" "Well, I don't know how to dance. I kind of might step on your claws, and I don't want to hurt you." "Oh, it's okay. And my tail, I can't control my tail." It's okay. I just want the honor of dancing with you." "Honor? Nobody's ever honored me." "Okay, I can do it." And she started kind of chewing away on a piece of meat she got from the table. "Okay, I'm ready." And claw to claw, the sea dragons fluttered. They fluttered their tiny little fins. They have several of them on their body, and it propelled them across the dance floor, and the music played with the sea orchestra. But all of the other sea dragon princesses and the queen began to murmur, "Look at her. Who is she? I don't know what attracts him to her. Oh, look. Oh, dear. Oh," the queen said, "oh, no, I hope he does not choose her." And the king reminded her, "We said it would be his choice, my dear." "Oh, no. All right, I'll just watch." But after a while, that frumpy, tattered sea dragon princess was gliding on the dance floor in the arms and the fins of that sea dragon prince all night long. And at the end of the evening, before anyone went home, the sea dragon prince went over to her, got down on a bended fin, and he looked her in her beautiful, glaring eyes and flaring nostrils and asked her, "I have fallen in love with you. Would you consider being my bride and we could have a beautiful kingdom together? She thought, well, it's kind of soon, I wasn't expecting this, but I certainly like where you live, and you've been so kind to me, and in fairy tales, things work out a little differently, don't they? And she said, well, sure, why not? Yes, I will be your bride. And he took her over to his parents. The queen was shuddering. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Oh, I'm not ready for this. But he said, Mother and Father, I am honored to present to you Clarissa. She is a true sea dragon princess. And we have fallen in love. And I have asked her to be my bride. Oh, what did she say? Said the queen. And Clarissa said, well, I said, yes, of course. I'm so excited to be a part of your family. And the queen shuddered a bit, but realized it was her son's decision, and they embraced. And as soon as the doors closed that night, the sea dragon princess went home. And she told her mother everything that would happen. And the queen sent out invitations in beautiful calligraphy to every kingdom under the sea. And in 3 days, they were invited back to the kingdom for the wedding. Now, Clarissa and her mother head to that kingdom, and Clarissa was whisked away because her scales were polished, her teeth were polished. They put drops in her eyes so they wouldn't be so red anymore. And they made her a gown of beautiful netting and gossamers, and pieces of pearls and seashells were sewn into her gown. And when she put it on and looked in the mirror, said, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, I guess I can be beautiful. And everyone arrived for the wedding. And the horns blew. And the solemn ceremony began. And Clarissa, she floated almost up the aisle and joined her prince, and they put their claws on top of each other. And at the end, they gave a kiss. And everyone cheered. And the dancing and the celebrations went on for 3 days and 3 nights. But when everyone went home, they were all alone. And when her mother went home, she began to cry. I love my Molly. I love my Molly. The startled prince said, well, your mother can come and visit anytime she wants. In fact, we could build her a place next to us. I want her now. I want her now. She began screaming and screeching, and she carried on for a week, and everyone in the palace was closing and hurting. No, most of them don't have ears under the sea, but those little censers were all afire. And the prince and the king said, we have to stop this. They had a meeting, and all of their trusty servants came, and that jellyfish who had bones came. And they said, we need someone. The princess said she needs a live monkey's liver, and if she gets a live monkey's liver, she will stop crying. But they were all astonished. They lived under the sea. No monkey would come under the sea. How were they going to bring a monkey here? And Jellyfish stepped forward and said, I can go on the land and the sea. I am sure if you trust me, I can find that live monkey and bring his liver back here. The king and the queen and the prince gave blessings to their servant, the jellyfish, to go out to find the live monkey. And everywhere they could still hear, I love my mommy, I love my mommy, I love my mommy. But the jellyfish went off in the water. And he popped up here and there. And one time he popped up and he saw an island with palm trees. He thought for sure a monkey could be on that island. So he slid out of that water and was able to walk on the land with his fins. He came to the palm tree and he looked up and, whoa, right about that time, a coconut came down. Just missed him. He looked up and he saw a curly tail and he could hear, it's a monkey. And he said, monkey, come down. I'm going to take you to a beautiful new land where there's mangoes and coconuts and papaya. You'll never have to worry again. And monkey said, never worry. I can have all the food I want. Yes, come with me. I'll take you there. And the monkey slid down, jumped on the jellyfish's back, and the jellyfish jumped through the waves and began to travel. But the monkey got worried. He looked back and saw the island getting smaller. He didn't like being in the ocean, and he tapped the jellyfish. Hey, jellyfish, where are you taking me? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Come on, jellyfish. Come on, jellyfish. And jellyfish said nothing and kept going further. And the monkey tapped him again, and it was starting to hurt the jellyfish. Please, please, take me back to my island. And jellyfish forgot the promise he had made not to tell the monkey why he was needed in service of the kingdom. And the monkey kept poking him, and the jellyfish couldn't stand it anymore. He said, we need a live monkey's liver, because the new princess will not stop crying, and that's why we need you. The monkey heard that, and the monkey said, oh, well, you should have told me that before, because when I climb on all of those palm trees, I have a special little zipper here on my side, and I always take my liver out and hang it on the branch. And my liver, it's back on the island. Sorry. The jellyfish couldn't believe what he was hearing. He didn't know if he was being tricked, but he had to have that liver. So he turned around and he brought that monkey right back to the island. And of course, that monkey wasted no time. He leaped off into the sand. He scurried through the jungle. And he was never seen again. And jellyfish was left. He didn't see the liver. He knew he had been tricked. And now in shame, he headed back to the kingdom. And he dove down deep. And he came face to face with the king, the queen, the prince. And they could still hear, I love my mommy, I love my mommy. And the jellyfish in shame said, I failed my mission. I tried, but I failed. I told the monkey why, and the monkey said his liver was back on the island, and I've been duped and I've been tricked. I failed. They were so tired of hearing her scream. They got angry. They grabbed hold of that jellyfish and threw it up. And when it landed on the seafloor, every bone cracked. The jellyfish was still alive, and the jellyfish just started floating in the water with its tentacles. And it could just ride on the waves now, and never again if it went on the shore and stayed in the sand. It would surely be the end of its life. So Jellyfish tried to stay away from the sands. And as for that princess, when that prince went up there to his bride and said, "My dear, I love you so much. Your mother can live here every day. But we couldn't get you the live monkey's liver." She looked at him and said, "I was just testing to see how much you loved me. But now I know you do love me." She stopped screaming. Everybody was grateful, even Jellyfish. And with that, they built a new sea castle for the prince and his bride, and it wasn't long before those baby sea dragons were born. And now the ocean has plentiful babies as they carry on under the sea. Thank you, my friends. That is a story. Did you have your imaginations on? Were you making pictures in your brains? What would that jellyfish look like? Would you be able to draw it? Or maybe the prince, or maybe the bride, or maybe to look, the frog from Australia? Here on the World Storytelling Cafe, the storytellers bring imagination alive. We bring the stories to you. And I will sing my goodbye song, and then Baba C will close our program for today. Thank you to all who came, and thank you to Louie, and thank you to our other storytellers who have joined us now and will join us once again when they go to the worldstorytellingcafe.com or YouTube to find the stories there. I want to tell you a story. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll be on my way. You listen well to my stories today. I want to thank you and to say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I hope to see you soon again someday. Farewell, my friends. And now we'll turn it over to Baba C. Thank you to all of our listeners today.
Let's have another big round of applause for Debra Welling, all the way from St. Augustine in Florida. And I know about that heat. It's been pretty hot here in Washington, D.C. In fact, the advisory says I should not go out today. Yeah, so I'm staying put. I might order groceries, but I'm staying put. Talking about staying put, let me put forth, see what I did there, what's coming up in the worldstorytellingcafe.com. Next Friday, we have an extremely special guest who will be telling stories for children. You might have heard of him. I know him. The incredible Baba C.
Oh, yeah.
I will be telling stories as part of my birthday celebration. My actual birthday is August 4th, but I'm a Leo. I celebrate all month long. And I invite you, please, to join us, Stories for Children. And then after that, we have Tales and Tunes Wednesday, August 6th, 7 p.m. UK time. That's about 2 p.m. our time, Deborah?
Yes.
Yes. And then on Friday, September 19th, oh, are we taking a break? We have the one and only Zoer and Imer and a special guest. And that will be at 7:30 p.m. UK time. That's about 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. Please tune in to worldstorytellingcafe.com to keep abreast of what's going on. So everyone, continue having a fantastic Friday, a superlative Saturday, a spiritual Sunday, and remember that life is better, the world is better because you are on it. Whew, excuse me, I had some background noise taking place. Louis, Santa Mike, Evita, Lucy, and all those assembled, take care of yourself and remember, stories are like food. They're good to consume and they give nourishment to the soul. I'm Baba C on behalf of John Rose saying, hey, have a good one.
Thank you.
All right. One last thing, the difference between a good day and a great day is you. So be a great day. All right, everybody, take care.
Bye. Thank you. See you again sometime. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys. Bubsy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Bubsy, you on me.
Bye, Louie. Bye, Santa Mike. Bye, Baba
Take care, Louis.
C,
Take care,
brother.
Santa Mike.
Bye, Louis.
Yeah,
Bye, Baba
Mike.
C.
All right.
Bye.
All right, take care.
Masalama.
Bubsy, I'll see you on Friday next week.
All right. Yes, for sure.
Bye-bye.
To be continued. And for those who may be in the DC area, join us on the 2nd at Sankofa Cafe for Watermelon Day. All the free watermelon you can eat, lots of performances, and I might tell a tale or two. All right,
And
take care.
Is Waleed flying the carpet?
I think it's Waleed flying the magic carpet ride, the magic carpet. Waleed, thank you. And if it's not Waleed, thank you anyhow. Thank you nonetheless.
Thank you, whoever it is. I'll see you.
All right. See you next Friday. Take care.
Bye.
All right, Waleed, here we go. But we really got to find another outro. See out. The young man that does our engineering in Marrakesh. For some reason, he heard me say "see out" at something, and every time I'm on the air and he's doing controls, I have to say "see out" to officially end it. All right, so let me close this.